Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of WumpaTime. My name is Canadian Guy, and I am joined by the one and the only, the Champ.
I guarantee, for a split second, I thought you were about to say the one, the zero, the Champ. Like, bro, you literally just gonna call me a zero and
the
be like,
one,
just
the
nothing.
zero.
Yeah, the zero. You know, the one no one cares about. This guy.
would never call Champ zero. Which, by the way, long time no see, everybody.
Hi.
Life has been terrible.
Yeah. A lot of things, but it's fine. We're talking about video games.
Yeah, the things that are supposed to help us relax, right? Like that would. That's what
it's
they
just
do.
been making me mad, dude.
Speaking of
making me mad.
Speaking of, let's we don't have any topics laid out today because we just kind of want to go with the flow of everything.
Yeah,
and
we just want to talk. You just want to talk about stuff.
Yeah, we just want to talk. And let's start with something that's made you mad. Something that's made you mad. So let's start with what kind of has made me mad, and it might be the same thing as what made you mad. E3.
Oh yeah, E3. Oh yeah, E3. Did it happen? I don't know. You know, legitimately, I was so confused because Summer Games Fest started and then E3 started, and I was like, wait, whoa, hold on, what's happening?
Yeah, so I guess like E3 announcement. See, do we even call it that anymore? What do we even call this? We got Summer Game Fest. E3's displayed on 18 different channels. And Summer Game Fest is still going, apparently.
I'm going to the website to see if it's still going, and I guess it is. Oh, it says events today. Apparently there was an event today. The Sonic Symphony Orchestra is on the 23rd. Mm-hmm. EA Play Live, and then something else, and that's it. So we have 3 more streams.
I don't understand. So again, last year, it was one. Someone called it the Summer Game Mess, and I full-heartedly agree. That was Josh Grubb, I think it was. I think that's his name, Josh Grubb.
Yeah, Summer Game Mess.
Yeah, that is the perfect name, because that's all this has become, a mess.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with E3. Instead of calling it E3, I'm just calling it E3.
So E3 so far, E3 season, the Summer Game Mess, we haven't really seen much of anything other than Nintendo. We're going to put Nintendo aside. Summer Game Fest happened. And
did it?
News
to me.
The opening ceremony happened, and don't worry, don't forget, Gamescom is in August.
Oh, what left do you have to announce?
And there's a rumored PlayStation State of Play.
Stop.
I don't even know where to think about all this. It's nothing but chaos.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. So
yeah, no. Last year it was like, sorry, there's no announcements. This year, here's every announcement.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the opening ceremony of the Summer Game Mess. It was relatively disappointing.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. I don't remember what was announced.
I remember Shooty Shooty Bang Bang.
I remember a new season of Shooty Shooty Bang Bang.
But there was a lot of different Shooty Shooty Bang Bangs.
There's a lot of Shooty Bang. There's a lot of LOL quirky 4-player shooters, because that's what every game is now. It has to be a quirky 4-player shooter.
Overwatch happened, and now everyone's trying to make their own Overwatch, and that's kind of what's going on right now over with
even Blizzard. They're trying to make their own Overwatch.
Overwatch 2.
Yeah, my favorite mod for Overwatch.
Yeah, I still don't, but man, I couldn't believe that Overwatch 2 was even anything was shown off, because to be honest, I'm just seeing it as a myth now. That's what it.
Yeah, and it got announced because, like, I remember Blizzard was under fire for the Tencent thing, I think, and they were like, Overwatch 2, and everyone's like, who cares? And they're like, you're right.
And they're like, hey, listen, we're gonna go from 6v6 to 5v5. It's like, that's an improvement.
Good job. I'm proud of you. You dropped off a player.
But Summer Game Fest opening ceremony, is nothing was nothing full. Now here we go. Then now before everyone jumps down my throat and kills me, everything was pretty bland leading up until Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, see, so what happened with me is I was with my buddy and we were watching it from the beginning, and then when it started going on and on about like Overwatch 2 and then how Blizzard is getting super into esports, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to Walmart, you want to go with me? And then we shut it off. I went to go get like a patio set instead of watching the rest of Summer Game Fest.
And you know what I'm gonna do for my summer? Not watch the Summer Game Fest. I'm gonna go get a patio.
I'm gonna go get a patio set real fast. I don't know if you saw this, but I saw that like a whole list of leaks happened, and they're like, yeah, here's everything that's gonna get announced. And Elden Ring was on there. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm glad it's finally in a trailer. And then it got a trailer, and I was like, okay, cool, everyone's happy, because I knew it existed when they announced it like 15 years ago. But it's like, I don't know anything about it. I don't think I want to know anything about it. I don't really care, but I'm glad for people who finally know what it is.
Do you want to know what the summary is? Real quick.
Is it a George R.R. Martin game?
It's a Dark Souls game. It's a Souls game made by From Software, written by George R.R. Martin.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So when people saw that it was written by, George R. I'm just going to call him George Martin because I'm sick and tired of repeating all the R's. Double R. George Martin.
Double R Martin.
George Double R Martin. This sounds awful.
That's what they call me in high school.
George Double R Martin. That's awful. So George Martin wrote it. It took him 8 billion years, like he normally does with writing.
Yeah, he went into like a what's it called? A frozen state.
Did you say chromosome? Was that
chromosome state? I forgot what I was saying. Stop talking. Keep going.
Okay.
Shut up. He gained another chromosome. I don't know. I forgot the word. Okay, it's fine.
It's okay.
Breathe.
I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, so other than that, it was full of indies that were trying to be artistic and different, which is cool, and shooty bang bangs, and it just it didn't interest me. Like, it's not that I'm not interested in shooty bang bangs, it's I'm not interested in the same shooty bang bang every single show. I'm legitimately trying to think if there was I think there was maybe 2 titles I was like, oh yeah, that looks cool, but there was not one thing where I was like, yes. But I had a heart attack. Oh, during the Summer Game Fest, I had a heart attack. I had an absolute heart attack close to the beginning because my wife was watching the stream and she said, I could tell your heart was pounding in your chest, was when he had announced the remaster of Advance Wars.
Oh yeah, dude, I was hype about that.
Okay.
I was really excited for that.
So I never played Advance Wars. But when he said a classic 90s game, like classic mascot game or a classic 90s game, I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And then they didn't do it. I was like, okay.
Advanced War. We're remaking Spyro again, but for the other things.
I would be so confused on how to feel. We're doing Reignited Trilogy again.
But again on it's the same game. It's the same game. I'm glad you reminded me of that, because like I said, I don't remember anything that was announced during Summer Games Fest, so I guess that really says something. Because I remember I was hype at the beginning because I forgot what they showed. They showed something really neat at the very beginning, like the first thing they showed, and I already forgot it. And then I was so upset when they were like, hey, we're going to show you a clip from the Sonic Symphony Orchestra. It's really cool. And they exclusively played Sonic Unleashed music, right? And then they only showed Sonic Unleashed gameplay. And everyone in the chat, including me, was like, a Sonic Unleashed remaster? Are they going to put it on PC? Like, everyone's begging? Or is it going to get a 60 FPS mode on Series X? And they're like, okay, bye. That's it. They played the music to be like, what if? Okay, bye. And
you're like, oh.
everyone was shouting like remaster, and they just said check it out, the whole thing later. That was it.
So
okay, bye.
So sorry, I just pulled up the biggest games featured at Summer Game Fest. So these are the biggest games that were featured. First
one was Advance 4.
Actually, no. Or Metal Slug Tactics. Was that it? Metal Slug?
Yeah, Metal Slug. Yeah, that was cool about that. Yeah.
Sorry, Metal Slug. Sorry. I got the name mixed up. Sorry. It's everyone screaming in the chat that was like, no, it's not Advance Wars, you idiot. It's Metal Slug. Sorry. My bad. So, okay. And the first one was actually not bad. The first game they announced was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Which is Borderlands, but D&D. Which I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's still an FPS.
Yeah, so,
you still have the guns and everything, but there's dragons.
Yeah. Then Metal Slug Tactics. Then Hideo Kojima and Death Stranding Director's Cut.
With Metal Gear Solid level, just one level.
Yeah, just one.
Just one level.
Yeah. Then Jeff Goldblum narrating Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Yeah, because everyone loved the first one.
I never even played it. Is it like a top-down game?
It's like not a remake, but it's like the old one where it is just a top-down game. But it was very janky. It's like one of those janky licensed games that are my favorite.
It looked like a Zoo Tycoon dinosaurs.
Yeah, kind of. But you can just kill the people coming to watch the dinosaurs.
Oh, good. Goody.
It's so good, yeah.
Yeah. Then Among Us announced that they're bringing a bunch of stuff to the game. Then there was the Anacrusis. Do you remember that game?
Nope.
No,
not a bit.
Blood Hunt, which was first-person shooter vampires.
Yes, quirky FPS. I love it.
Planet of Lana, which was that game that was like that cute creature that showed up, and then there was like rockets falling in the background, and it looks like Ori. In like a Metroidvania.
Kind. Oh yeah, there's like a kid walking with it.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
yeah.
Overwatch 2, and then Fall Guys bringing 2B to Fall Guys from Nier.
Okay.
Back for Blood, which is just
again
Left 4 Dead.
Crazy. I'm so tired of seeing that. I know it's from the Left 4 Dead team, but it's not from the Left 4 Dead 2 team. Know what I'm saying? The team that did the first game does not have a great track record. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Then they have the Evil Dead the game, which is just blood and gore.
Oh, yeah, I like zoned out because everything went downhill, and I clicked in when there was an Evil Dead game, and I was like, what? Whoa, hold on. Whoa. Let's rewind it a little bit. What did I miss?
He just zoned out. And then the final thing was Elden Ring. So Summer Game Fest was kind of eh.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna kind of skim through it because like with E3 again, I don't remember anything because
I didn't even watch
nothing.
the Xbox
Dude,
conference.
I was so upset when Capcom had their big event, like their big panel for E3, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna announce some Resident Evil stuff, specifically for Village and other stuff." And people were theorizing in the store that I work at. They were like, "Oh, they're gonna talk about some DLC, maybe like in an Ultimate Edition. Maybe they're gonna talk about the live action show on Netflix. Maybe give us some more details about the movie." And all of the Resident Evil information from that E3 conference was literally 6 seconds. And the rest of the hour long they had was about Monster Hunter and something else, I think. But it was literally just, hey, you guys like Resident Evil 8, so we're going to make DLC. Okay, bye. Anyways, Monster Hunter.
That's awful.
That was the whole conference. I know, it was so bad. And, like, you hype it up for Resident Evil, and then you're like, okay, bye.
It's like, there's nothing wrong with Monster Hunter, but don't hype Resident Evil and then say,
just be like, okay, bye.
Yeah. So then then there was the Square event, which I heard was...
I watched it in the store. Yes, it was as bad as you thought. It was as bad as you...
I heard so many things. I was actually at my friend's house today, and they were talking about it. And they were telling me some of the stuff, and I was just dying. I was just dying laughing.
they're remaking the first Final Fantasy, but it's got like Shadow the Hedgehog edge on it, and it's kind of hilarious. And there's a demo on PS5, but it crashes when you launch it. So I'm like, it's such a cluster, and I'm loving it so much.
I heard that like one of the characters is just literally my buddy called him John Final Fantasy. Like,
yes, it's John. It's imagine Cole from Infamous, but he has a Buster Sword, and it's John Fantasy.
John Fantasy. So I heard that was a giant cluster. I heard that the Xbox conference was not bad.
It was a little better, but there's still no Banjo-Kazooie. But the funniest part is that Todd Howard came out on stage, looked at the camera, and said, "I'm sorry, our next game is only on Xbox," and it was Starfield. My only reaction was like, what does it feel like to come outside and apologize that your product is for your parent company? Like that is such a bad look.
Like, can you not see Todd Howard getting like with a hot poker in the butt just poked out, like, say the line.
Oh, it's
say
Xbox.
the line.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Say it. It's like,
I'm sorry, it's an Xbox exclusive.
Like, oh
wow.
Ow. That's gonna sting. Like,
and then they showed Psychonauts 2, and luckily I think it's still coming to all platforms like it should be, because they had a commitment from Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So it is coming to PS4 and PC. I don't know about Switch, probably not. No backwards compatibility news, so that was the biggest thing I was hyped for, and still nothing. So I'm looking at my 360 library, and like I think 2 of the 20 games I have can play on it.
2.
Just two.
It's rough. It was rough. And then I did hear Halo looked good.
Yeah, Halo looked better. It's cool that the multiplayer is free.
Yeah.
But it's Halo. It looked like I hate to say it, but it did kind of look like Doom at some points. But that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. And then they showed the multiplayer a lot, and it was like, okay, cool. I guarantee I'm not going to be getting all these 360 no-scope tank shots when I'm playing the game, but it looks neat, I guess.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if this is the Xbox conference, but did you watch the Battlefield 2047 trailer? Or 20 whatever?
No.
It is the greatest piece of cinema I have ever seen in my life. It is the funny. You as a VFX artist, you would love every single director's point that was made. The one scene, the 2 scenes I remember the most is there's a scene where they're all fighting on the. It's all CG, so they're all fighting on the roof, shooting each other, and then this helicopter comes up with a barrel, and it looks like it can hold like 20 rounds or 20 bullets. Starts unloading like 40 clips all at once, and then this dude on an ATV starts driving towards the helicopter on top of the roof, jumps off of the ATV like probably like 50 feet away from the edge, and then the ATV somehow accelerates. It gets faster, and when it hits the edge, it doesn't fall over. It somehow pole vaults into the air, hitting the helicopter, exploding it, and everything falls down, and then the helicopter explodes, and everything's hunky dory because the team won. But that's the realistic.
I'm just taking a quick look at the trailer right now. It's the Battlefield 2042 official reveal trailer.
Yes.
It's 5 minutes long. Where should I fast forward to?
Just whenever you see a helicopter, and you'll see the ATV running into it. While you look for that, I'll explain the other scene where.
Oh, okay, hold on. I see.
You got it.
I got a plane. Hold on. Let me fast forward here.
Give me a play-by-play.
Okay, so I see. I just fast forward. There's a hovercraft on ice with a tank. Oh my gosh! What? Hold on. Rewind. What is this?
No. Oh my god! I love this live reaction. I should have made you do this on stream.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
It's a lot to take in. I know.
Okay, if somebody look.
Okay, what are you seeing? Come on, use your words.
Seeing rocket ship. Engines go brrr. It's going into the sky.
Did you see the helicopter? You're seeing the dude with the RPG.
Okay,
you see the dude with the RPG.
I got helicopters.
Okay, keep watching.
Fly through the neon city. Why do these helicopters look like they're being controlled by strings?
It's fine. Don't worry. It's
just marionette puppets.
It's okay. Keep going. It's great. It's
they
great.
just collided, and now they stop and they're looking around, and then helicopter shows up, and
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. I think. Hold on. Okay. On the helicopter.
ATV. Remember what is what? No, that's not how. No, that's not how that works.
Okay, so you just saw it. Okay.
As somebody who literally, I own an ATV, like an ATV that's mine. It's mine. Okay. You know what would happen if you were like driving and then you jumped off the ATV? As soon as you let go of the gas, that thing is just gonna
down.
Yeah, if that thing's gonna slow, I just nosedive right off the cliff.
It's gonna go. No, hold on. I'm not done. Go to 309. Go to 309 real fast.
Don't hurt
Go to 309. Okay. Hit play. I'm gonna give you play by play. All right. You've seen a jet go up.
Play. All right. Jet going up. Okay.
Jet going up. He looks behind him, right? He's super scared. What does he do? He ejects out of the thing, pulls out a rocket launcher, hits the other plane. What's gonna happen? Is John Battlefield gonna make it? He lands on the glider.
No.
Rolls back in. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted you to see that.
No.
Okay, and the other scene I remember is that they're infiltrating this boat, and it's like really dark, and they're walking through this corridor, and the other team gets in front of them, and they start shooting at them, and instead of shooting back, they all point their guns away and start running away, like, oh no, I hope my gun doesn't get damaged, and the other team's just mowing them down, and I was like, wow, I kind of want to buy this game now.
Wait, hold on, but on top of that too, though, because we talked about this a little bit when there was a post about it. Like, hold on, it was Battlefield 2042 won't have a single player campaign or battle royale mode when it launches in October.
It's a $70 multiplayer game, and the thing is with the ATV that you saw, they actually showed gameplay of that, so that's a feature in the game that you can do.
Oh, that you could just
you could just get on the ATV and then just jump off and go to the helicopter for fun.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, it's 2042. I mean, they might have ATVs that just defy laws and physics because it's 2042.
Yeah, just for fun. So, going off that mess, so kind of related to E3, not really, but I want to talk about the, have you seen any gameplay footage of Sonic Colors Ultimate?
I saw a little bit of, the one thing that they posted on Twitter, which was like a before and after of like the water place, like you're in a tube.
Yeah. The most recent one.
Yeah.
So it's looking a little rough, just a tad bit rough. In a game called Sonic Colors, where are the colors? Like, you can watch footage of the first game and of the first level, and it starts off with all these bright, bloomy Unreal 4 colors, and then as soon as it gets to the later part of the level, it all just goes gray. Like all the color just vanishes, and I don't understand. And what's getting me too is that for some reason they ported it to another engine. It's not running off the Hedgehog engine anymore. It's running off of the Game Dot engine or whatever. Not even Unreal. It's like the Game Dot engine. And you can tell because certain things just don't look right. Like when Sonic jumps in the original game or in any other game, you see him spinning like really fast in the air. When he jumps in the remaster, it's just the ball model slowly rotating to the right. But like you have little like spikes that come out because he's going so fast, but it just looks like another model. It looks very, very odd. And I'm still excited to play it. I'm still excited for other people to play it, but it looks like they're initiating a huge a crybaby mode. Like they replaced the live icon with a Tails icon, and everyone thought you could play as Tails, and I was super excited. No, it's just for Tails to hold your hand. So if you fall too much, he's gonna be like, "Here, I'll carry you over the pit because you're an actual child."
Funky Kong mode, you mean? Is that?
Yeah, Funky Kong mode. Yeah, but it's Tails.
It's Funky Kong mode.
And don't worry, they went through the effort of also recording dialogue for Tails to tell you how much of an idiot you are because you're too much of an infant to jump over a pit.
How much you suck.
Yeah, exactly. There's gameplay footage of like Sonic collecting rings, and Tails is like, "Get rings or you'll die. Please, God, please don't die. Get rings. Oh my God, get rings." And instead of like little lives icons, it's a Tails head icon, but it's massive. It's like the size of 3 Sonics, just in the middle of the level. And you have to go out of your way to avoid it. Mm-hmm. So like, it's just kind of like, here's baby mode, just in case you need it. Just a little baby mode, it's fine. Baby mode. I also loved that they're keeping. I don't know if I talked to you about this, but they're keeping up the tradition because originally, back in the day when Sonic Colors was coming out in Europe, at least I think in Canada and Europe, EB Games had a thing where if you pre-ordered it, you got the Sonic hat for free from EB Games. It was just Sonic's spines, but you would Velcro it on the bottom and you'd have a hat. And that was just because it was overstock. Like they had a bunch of Sonic hats and they just gave it to you just because. And they're doing the same exact thing because if you pre-order it, you get the Baby Sonic movie keychain. And the thing is, I know that this is overstock because metadata from the Epic Games Store listing for the game shows that it was supposed to be announced in June of last year. When the movie came out last year. So it makes sense to give you a keychain for the movie that came out a couple months ago, but they delayed it to an entire year, but they already had the keychains. So they were like, sure, just stick it with them. So
just roll with it.
I hate it because it's ugly, but I'm going to have to buy it. I'm going to have to get it to get the gross voodoo Sonic doll just because there's not enough Sonic collector stuff. So I need this.
You need this. Well, just like the life of E3 or, what we needed and what the entire fan base needed, everyone was looking to Nintendo for their, for their
I woke up in the middle of that, by the way. I forgot it was happening and I woke up and I was like, oh, Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo. So, I want to ask your opinion. So, are you big into Smash, or are you just kind of like a casual player?
I'm pretty big into Smash. I mean, I was super into it, but yeah, I played it a lot.
Okay, what do you think about Kezia being in Smash? Like
good for Tekken fans, I guess, but it's neat. Not like I personally, it's not Crash. It's not anyone that I want, but I appreciate it. We have Terry from Kings of Fighters. We have him from Tekken. We have Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter. And then we have all the fancy sword boys. So I mean, it's fine.
Do you think Kezia? And I'm just curious because I have my opinion. Do you think Kezia does not deserve to be in Smash, or do you think that he deserves to be there?
I mean, Smash is all about celebrating gaming icons, and he is kind of an icon, but we only have like 3 slots left, right? Or 2?
1.
You have 1 slot left?
If there's no more, there's 1 more slot to the Fighter Pass, unless they announce another one. Yeah, because it was there's in this Fighter Pass, it was Steve, Sephiroth, Kezia. There's one that I'm forgetting. Because it's hold on, let me just quickly look up
Simon.
Wait, Simon.
So
Belmont?
Yeah, Simon and Richard.
Who?
Simon? Yeah, they're both from I almost said Devil May Cry. They're both from Castlevania.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Hold on. Smash Bros. I thought they were on the first Fighter Pass. Are they on the second?
Were they? Hold on.
Pass 2.
Let me go to the second one.
Yeah, let me just take a quick peek here because I thought.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah. This one was Min Min, Steve, Sephiroth, Pyra, and then Kazuya.
Right. Yeah, Min Min and Pyra were the ones I was forgetting. So yeah, because the first pass was Joker, Hero, Banjo, Terry, and Byleth, which
that's what it was. Yeah.
Listen, I enjoy this entire Fighter Pass except for Byleth, but that's besides the point. Everyone else is like, yeah, it's like, that's awesome. And then Byleth, it's like, well, why? But
yeah, I mean, with Hero, Hero's like, I just don't get how to play Hero. So like, it's just like, Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at the website. You're right. We have 1 more.
More.
I hate that.
1 more. And unless they turn around and say, hey, there's Fighter Pass Volume 3. I think that Kezia does deserve to be there because Tekken is big still, and it makes sense. Was I super crazy like, yeah? No, but no. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, and I used to play Tekken quite a bit, and I saw Kezia. I was like, oh crap, that's awesome. It's nice to see that he's here. Am I jumping, hollering, and throwing a table across the room? No, I'm not.
Why not?
Why not? Because that was saved for Banjo. Banjo was the jumping and throwing things across the room. That's the Banjo announcement was huge. The Joker announcement was huge, and man, I could do a whole video dedicated talking about how awesome and how awesome some of the Smash reveals are, and how Joker's was such a so awesome.
Yeah,
you didn't
Joker's
even know.
was huge. Yeah,
you didn't even know that it was a
he
Smash
grabbed
trailer.
it. Yeah, it was such a cool aesthetic too, because he like hacked the Game Awards and they showed that he got a letter and then turned it. It was so perfect.
Yeah,
but I'm noticing a theme though, because I'm looking at Fighter Pass 1, and Banjo was the only kid platformer character that was on there, or just kid character. And looking at Fighter Pass 2, and Steve and Alex so far are the only kid characters on there. I don't know if I count Min Min, maybe, but it's like, well, the last one on Fighter Pass 1 was Byleth, so who's to say they won't do another one?
Well, I mean,
from something else.
Yeah, but the thing is too is that like the one thing that I'm hoping for is that because we're going to be seeing a more in-depth thing to Kezia this month, that the next announcement is going to be in the fall, and Crash's 25th anniversary is in September. So I'm hoping that they do something like that. Like there's so many things that I could see them do that, like if they involve Crash mascot like suit, that would be awesome. Like
yeah, I agree.
Like that would be great. Like yeah, it'd be funny if you see him like at a spa, like retiring, and he gets a letter and it's Smash Bros.
But like instead of just playing as Crash, you just play as the mascot.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But onward to Nintendo's presentation. Nintendo's presentation was pretty solid, actually. The most solid out of all the presentations, I think. Metroid Dread looks good.
I didn't get to see gameplay. I just saw the concept and I saw the box art, and I was like, okay, that's neat. I'll get it.
Yeah, Metroid Dread, it does look good. Breath of the Wild 2 preview we saw looks good. People were screaming about it, and I'm like, yeah, I like it. As someone who's put hundreds of hours in the Breath of the Wild, I enjoyed the trailer, but I felt like that there was something missing. They also are bringing back Fatal Frame.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk about that because it's hilarious. So
yeah,
if I remember correctly, that Fatal Frame that they showed is a port of the Wii U one, which was exclusive to the Wii U one. Which was exclusive to the Wii U. But the problem was the Wii U Deluxe was the highest you can get for hard drive space was a 32 gigabyte hard drive inside of the Wii U, on the inside of the Wii U. And when you bought Fatal Frame, the game was 34 gigs. So even if you deleted everything, you still couldn't download Fatal Frame. Now, I love that it's come full circle because the Switch also has 32 gigs of storage. So, you know what that means?
Oh no!
Everyone's getting an SD card.
Oh no! That's
yeah.
rough. That's rough. So, but there's one thing that like I felt like was missing from the Nintendo Direct. Metroid Dread, I would argue, was probably the biggest like shock and reveal, because like WarioWare, we kind of heard of a leak about it earlier. Not downing the quality, but I felt like that there could have been one more big reveal to really make it feel like an E3 Direct. And there were rumors speculating that there was supposed to be a new Donkey Kong Country announced. And
I remember reading that too.
I think that would have sealed it as like, because there's Nintendo Directs and then there's E3 Nintendo Directs, right? And the E3 Nintendo Direct really needs to make its mark in history, right? That these showings need to be big, these need to be amazing, epic. And not that this one was forgettable. It was good, it was solid, but it didn't feel like an E3 Direct. So as a normal Direct, it would be like a 9 out of 10. But as an E3 Direct, I see it as like a 7. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because there wasn't anything mind blowing. Because like when they showed the Breath of the Wild sequel trailer, I was like, okay, yeah, cool. We're finally getting some footage. We're finally getting to see what we can do and everything. Link looks really cool. But did you ever hear about like the possible leaked name of the game?
What's the possible?
It's something like Legend of Zelda: Deep Breath. Legend of Zelda Drowning, Legend of Zelda Breathe Harder. It's something stupid like that, but I think it was Deep Breath.
Deep Breath.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda Deep Breath.
I hope that's wrong. I really
you don't like Deep Breath.
No.
Legend of Zelda, don't forget to breathe. Legend of Zelda Inhale. Yeah, it was a little goofy, and I was like, okay. Sure, if it's called that, then fine.
I hope it's fake. I hope that's fake. So now there was something I wanted to talk to you about that I was talking to you about right before we started, and it was bounced off of the Nintendo. Oh yeah. So there's this tweet going around that's starting to pick up steam over on Twitter of somebody trying to say that YouTubers who are predominantly Nintendo YouTubers have changed the paradigm history to Nintendo as to what was popular and what wasn't popular. And they're trying to look at the sales numbers of Banjo-Kazooie, and that Nintendo YouTubers have made Banjo-Kazooie this amazing legendary piece, but that it sold the same amount of copies as Croc, the Legend of Gabos, I think it is. And because they are the same in terms of sales, that means they're the same in terms of quality.
So let me explain to you why that's stupid. So
go ahead.
So with Croc, the Legend of the Gabos, first off, let me get something to fact check myself. So it's called Croc, the Legend of the Gabos. So let me read this off. So Legend of the Gabos came out on PlayStation, PC, Game Boy, and Sega Saturn. All right. So that is 4 SKU numbers.
Yep.
Collectively totaling 3 million copies. Banjo-Kazooie came out on the Nintendo 64 and accumulated $3 million or 3 million sales. You see why that's a little more impressive?
Mm-hmm.
How Crash Bandicoot sold like what 16 million on the PS1?
Like that. No, it was sheesh.
What was it? Crash Bandicoot.
It was like
PS1s.
6 million, 7 million, and then 7 million again. So it's like, or it was like 5 or 6 million for Crash 1, 7 million for Crash 2.
Crash 1 is 6.8 million, only on the PS1, and it was a consistent selling.
Yeah.
Same thing with Spyro. It sold a little less, but still all like 4 to 5 million per Spyro game on the PS1.
Yeah.
So you have Croc, a game that like a couple people played and remembered, and that's it. I think Banjo-Kazooie left a harder legacy than Croc, the Legend of the Gabos. The Fox interactive game. Remember when Fox made games?
Oh,
Me neither.
Gosh. But here's another thing. Here is another issue too that I think that this person seems to be missing, is just the sheer player base. Let's eliminate for Croc. Let's just say for this fact check, let's just say Croc sold 3 million copies on PS1 alone. Let's just use that. Okay. How many PlayStation 1s were produced and sold?
Let's see. Total number of PS1 consoles sold. This includes the PS Slim. We are looking at 102 million.
Okay, now look at the same exact question, but for the Nintendo 64.
In 64, we are looking at worldwide 32 million.
So that means that 10% of all Nintendo 64 users bought Banjo-Kazooie. Do you know how big that is?
Yeah, that's insane. That's a huge part of the player base.
And Crash Bandicoot, okay, we'll use the best numbers. Crash Bandicoot 2 only sold around 6% of the total PS1. So, if you look in terms of games to player base, Banjo-Kazooie sold better than even Crash Bandicoot, according to how many consoles were even available at the time, right?
Exactly.
So,
because I know it sounds small when you say 6%, but remember, like 7 million, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's big. Like, even if you were to get 1%, if 1% of the entire console player base bought your game, 1%, that's good. That's still good.
That's still a lot of sales.
Yeah, Banjo was about 10% of every single Nintendo 64 sold was someone had a copy of Banjo-Kazooie. 10%. That is massive. So this wouldn't even be a failure on Banjo's part. That would be a failure on the console part. But the fact that that game carried so many sales and was able to get a comparable size to Croc, that's why Banjo held a legacy. It wasn't because Nintendo YouTubers were like, oh, look, a Bamberg combo. Let's make this a legendary IP. No, it was legendary for its time and is still considered legendary today because of its quality. Right. And now
and it's more accessible to
exactly.
It's more accessible to everyone because it's on the Xbox. It's on every Xbox besides the original one.
Exactly. So this argument that was going on, I just wanted to mention that because that was something that bothered me, and that people were just liking and retweeting. It's like, it's more than just sale numbers. It's not just sale numbers. You have to look at how many. So if I turned around and I said, hey, this console only sold 1 million units, but this game sold 100,000 units, that's still good because of how many people bought the console. Even though only it sounds like 100,000 units is small, only 1 million people bought the game, or bought the console for it to be able to be played on. And that is assuming that 3 million of Croc sales were all isolated to the PlayStation 1. That's assuming.
So let's also kind of take this. I think I remember seeing that what was it? Spyro Into the Dragonfly sold like maybe 2 million. I can't get exact numbers, but they sold a lot of copies because it was Spyro. Yeah. So by that logic, Spyro Into the Dragonfly is probably one of the best Spyro games ever, right? Like, I think we deserve a remaster. Now
right.
let's do this. Let's do what's a pretty amazing great game? Crash of the Titans sales numbers. Just to see. Mm-hmm. What are we looking at?
I think Titans did okay.
It sold just below Halo 3 when it came out. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So that by that logic, Crash of the Titans is pretty darn good. I don't understand why Activision hasn't booted it back up, because I mean it sold a lot, so that must mean it's good.
You see, this is what I mean, is that I don't understand this logic that people are using. Now there is patterns that can be followed too, because if you turn around and just look at sales numbers and you say, well, that must mean that Enter the Dragonfly was a better game in terms of quality in comparison to A Hero's Tale, because did A Hero's Tale even crack 1 million?
I don't think so. Let me double check if I can get a number, but I don't think so.
The number that I'm thinking is like in the ranges of like 600,000.
That's what I want to say, but I don't. Let's see.
Is there any data on that? I
can't see any data because the VG charts, the website it's just not loading.
Yeah, recently that site's good for older content. As soon as it starts going to digital, that's where things start really going wonky. So anything
I got a Hero's Tale for GameCube loaded, but it's just not telling me. My god.
But do you see what I mean, right? But here's the thing though. The reason why the sales for Hero's Tale was so low was because the performance of Enter the Dragonfly was so garbage. Because the sales of Enter the Dragonfly was influenced by Spyro 3 doing so well, right? So Spyro 1, Spyro 2, Spyro 3. So people enter the Dragonfly thinking, yeah, this is going to be on par quality with the other 3 games, and then it wasn't. So
I'm looking at the PS2 sales, and it says 0.64 million.
0.64 million for a Hero's Tale?
On PS2, just on PS2.
Okay, so 600,000. I was close for I heard that number, but I'm not sure about the GameCube and the other consoles.
So GameCube, roughly it was 0.29 million on the GameCube.
So that brings it up to like 800,000.
Something like that. And for Xbox, if it will load, I'll tell you when it loads.
Do you think it's gonna hit 1 million?
No.
It's close. It's gonna be
for
close.
Xbox, no, God, no, not Xbox.
No. I mean, for if you include Xboxes.
Yeah, no. 100% no.
Still no. I'm trying to give it hope. I'm trying.
No. It's okay. Don't worry.
It's dead. But that's not a Hero's Tale's fault, to be honest, because it was Enter the Dragonfly's fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of its poor performance. So it's you can't just go based off of sales entirely. You have to look at sales to player base. That you can't just look at one digit number. And this is where I kind of want to talk a little bit about looking at sales numbers and sales for remasters and stuff. And I talked about sales numbers before, but the thing is that you look at the sales numbers as a whole. You can't just isolate one number and say, that's it. You have to compare it to how many consoles did it sell? What were the sales before and after that game? What game came out before? There's a whole analysis that needs to be done.
I got the Xbox numbers.
Uh-oh. What is it?
0.14 million.
It's shy of 1 million, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a little bad. They tried its hardest. God bless it.
Yeah, they tried. And again, it's not even the studio's fault. It was Enter the Dragonfly's fault.
Yeah, it was Enter the Dragonfly's.
Yeah. So, but just want to wrap up the argument. Sales is not the only thing. While it is an important thing, you need to be able to look at other details as well. Now, Shep, there was something that you wanted to talk about that you were mentioning earlier. Do you remember what it was?
Nope.
Just completely blanked?
Nah, it's blank. Do you remember what it was about?
I'm trying to remember what it was that you were mentioning. You were mentioning something earlier. Was it Sonic? No, we talked.
No, we did that. Sonic.
E3. We talked about that. What was it that I'm trying to remember what it was, because you were like, but I don't want to tell you because I want to talk about it on stream. And then, and then you lost it.
I'll tweet it if I remember.
So, but the thing,
go on.
Oh, I was gonna say the thing is that in general, when it comes to gaming, we all need to really stop and think a lot more. We do. Like, especially for people need to stop screaming, looking at one singular fact and screaming about what's going on. Like, okay, my favorite example, when Toys for Bob announced that they were helping with Warzone, and the internet just melted down saying Toys for Bob assisting with Warzone equals Crash and Spyro dead. It's like, no,
they still own the IP.
Yeah, they still own the IP, but not just that. Did you know that Toys for Bob assisted with 2016 Zombies?
What?
Yeah, they did. They did some of the music for 2016 Zombies. And
well, I think the thing is with that is, like, didn't they announce that they're moving them to Warzone support, because Warzone's going on for a long time. Warzone, they rebranded everything to Call of Duty.
So let's just take a quick peek here. So already they've actually, if you go and look at their Twitter page, they've already changed their logo.
I haven't checked in on them.
Yeah, their logo is already completely different. Let me read what it was that they exactly said. And it's kind of funny because it says, Toys for Bob is proud to support development for Season 3 of Call of Duty Warzone and look forward to more to come. Let's go Dev Squads. That's it.
Dev Squads.
Right? But then after that, you know what the funny thing is? If you scroll through, after that, they don't mention Call of Duty once until June 17th, which they mentioned that they worked on Call of Duty.
I love it. I hate this image where it says they're hiring and they use Crash and then the Call of Duty man on the left. I do not like that.
It's like, this does not fit.
That is bad. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, but but to be honest, like, no, like, it doesn't mean the death, doom, and destruction. And honestly, I've been tweeting a lot about it recently. Like, I think all of us need to be a lot more positive with things in general when it comes to gaming, because honestly, people are just losing their marbles over nothing. And
Yeah.
There's a lot more things that we should be freaking out about. Like, people the Crash fans are acting like, some Crash people are acting like as if we're the next Banjo-Kazooie. And it's like,
yeah, I mean,
no.
yeah, Banjo, like, the difference between that is Activision found a way to milk Crash, and they're gonna continue it even if it dies out. They're just gonna keep pumping money in it, because Crash on the Run did too good for them to just like kill it. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. And I hate to cut the podcast just short of an hour, but I gotta pee like real bad. Like, God, dude, oh my God.
Okay. Well, anyways, thank you all so much for listening. Shep, you can go run pee, and I'll wrap it up if need be.
Scuttle.
Thank you all so much for listening tonight. We appreciate it. If you guys want to actually check out our social medias, go check out @ShempOfficial and Canadian Guy A with an extra H. We are going to be hopefully getting back to WumpaTime full time, and everything's going to be probably getting back to normal. Just life has been absolutely hectic. If you guys want to fire us a question, tweet it at us with #WumpaTime. And hopefully once this pandemic is over, maybe we're going to start. I might open up a mailbox. I was thinking about that.
I would love that. I would adore that.
I think that would be super cool. So let's not hold Shemp anymore. Let him go pee. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye.